This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Ark Mods Weekly. I have some really great mods for you as usual, so let's get to it. The first mod we are going to take a look at today is the Colossal Scorpius. That is this big boy right here. Look at him, he's massive, absolutely massive scorpion. Now, I couldn't find information on how or where these guys spawn. It is supposedly clean and stackable, so I'm assuming it adds new or just ties into current spawn locations, kind of like the World Turtle does. If you've seen that one, I did a mod spotlight on that one. Yeah, I assume that's what it does, considering it's clean and stackable. So it shouldn't override anything or do anything like that. It just adds these as an additional spawn to your world where that is. I'm not 100% sure. Other than that, they knock out and tame as you would expect them to, just like the regular scorpions. And you just have this massive, huge scorpion. But he comes with a few extra features. As you can see on the back of him, I do have a platform saddle. It is an extremely small platform saddle, but it is a platform saddle nonetheless. Enough for you to stick a couple of things on, you know, a little mobile action going on, mobile smithy, mobile forge. You can also, I was able to build a very small structure on his back, so I'll show you that real quick before we get into the other stuff. So you can use I was able to fit two of these on here, two of the foundations like you see there, and then you can put the walls around those however you want, or you know, put them in the wrong spot that you're trying to demonstrate. That's an option as well. So put them like you see here. They work just normal. You don't have, I didn't run into any issues building on them once I got the two foundations on there. But that's it. That's about all you can fit on the back of this thing, because like I said, it is a small platform saddle. But I mean, man, you can't really fit that big of a platform saddle on him, and I think the fact that it does have a platform saddle option is a nice touch. So we can jump back up on top of him, and you can see here he runs fine with his platform saddle. Now he does have a normal saddle right here, you can see, yeah, so let me remove this real quick so he's not getting in the way of our view. All right, we're on him. He steers like you would expect him to steer, kind of like, oh, I don't know, a tank almost. Like you can see he's got some drift, and he's got a rather wide turning radius. Now I also noticed that he does not swim, so if we go under the water here, you can see we're plenty far underwater, and if I hold the space bar, nothing happens. He just stays on the ground and does this thing. He does not have oxygen bar though. If you notice, his oxygen bar is obsolete up there. He does have oxygen, but you can see that it is not depleting, so that's a thing as well. So because he does not have an oxygen bar, being under the water and not being able to swim is not that big of a deal. So it's not a thing. It's just, I just wanted to point out that if you take him into the ocean, don't expect to go hovering around on top of the water like you would with a normal scorpion. So you can see he does have a sprint. And he has 3 attacks, which I'll show you here in a second. So let's take a look at his stats real quick before we get into the other stuff. So you can see he's level 225. I haven't spent a single point. You have to take my word for it. I haven't spent a single point, and this is his base stats at 225. So he's got a large chunk of health, decent stamina, but he uses a lot of stamina. You think this is a lot of stamina, but you'll see how quickly he burns through it. Oxygen doesn't matter, food doesn't matter, weight, lots of weight, which is good considering the fact that he has the platform saddle option, which is going to add to that weight. So that's a good thing. Insane melee damage. Like, he kills pretty much anything he hits with 1 or 2 hits. Movement speed's 200%, and he's got an insane amount of torpor. Okay, so let's take him for a little spin here. I will show you the 2 different attacks. We got a perfect example right here. So if you hit C, you can actually snatch stuff up and hold it in your claws, which is really awesome. And then you can attack it like you would expect with your normal left click, but your right click, however, uses your tail and stings things. So this isn't just necessarily a scaled up version of the scorpion that's already in the game. This is a completely different animal here because he does have 3 attacks. So let's take a look here at some other stuff you can do. You can actually pick stuff up in your claws and then hit it with your right click as well. And you can just knock stuff out that way. But most things that you're gonna grab, and you can see we grab these guys here, they're relatively large. Most things will die, the little stuff. The bigger stuff will knock out. You can see there, he knocked out with one hit. Don't go overboard. You'll think that you need to hit it more than once, but you really don't. And that one died. That one didn't have enough hit points. You really don't need to hit it more than once. It just takes a second for the massive amount of torpor that he deals to kick in. So there was another one. You see he's already a little bloody and he should pass out. There you go. And he passes out. Now here's a Diplo here that I already knocked out earlier. He took 3 hits. So let's knock out this, there's another one I knocked out. Let's knock out this Bronto and we'll see how many hits it takes to knock him out. Well, like I said, once again, you want to hit them and then kind of just wait patiently. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely hitting him. He's getting bloody. So we'll just wait a second and he should go down. Meanwhile, we'll for entertainment purposes, we'll just kill that guy. But yeah, if you look up at the top, if I take the infinite stats off, which I will here in a second, and I will show you how much his stamina actually goes down. So this guy's putting up a fight a little bit. Was that 4? And like I said, you have to wait because he does do a ton of torpor. It just takes a while for it to kick in. Like that guy there is going to run off, but he's going to probably drop. You see he's also been slowed. And there he goes, he's down. So not only do you get the torpor effect, you also slow your prey as well. I'm going to hit this guy like 2 more times and then see. Now, considering the fact that we have such high health, we can take hits from him. And let's go take off our infinite stats, and I will show you how much of a beating he can take and how quick his stamina goes down. So I'm getting impatient with this guy. I'm just gonna go at him here and keep using the stinger. And watch up at the top. Look at how much it's chunking down that stamina. Like it tears through it. Your normal attacks, not so much. Your normal attacks are fine, but the stinger, on the other hand, it just chunks through your stamina, even though we have a ton of it. This guy just does not want to pass out, but yeah, that's it. I'm not going to wait on him. Obviously, it's a Bronto. He's got extremely high torpor, but as you saw, this guy does really decent torpor damage, but he also does a lot of damage on top of that. And that's it for this one. That is the Colossuscorpius. And next up, we have Eco's Stable Structures and Decor. Now, just when you think Eco couldn't top herself, she does. Like, this mod's a have-to for any server. I don't care if you don't play with any of her other mods. Like, this mod is one you've got to get, because not only does it add decor stuff, it adds full-on new structures, like all kinds of awesome stuff. So let's get to it. You're going to go into your Ingrams and you're just going to type in STA, and it's right here. It costs you 0 Ingram points to learn. It's going to cost you 25 hide and 100 wood to craft the structure thing. That's it. That's all you need to learn. Everything else is inside of this structure here. And once again, you can see that it fits in with all the other decor. So wherever you put it, it's not going to look out of place. It's just going to look like a saddle hanging out. So let's take a look at the different stuff. Everything is broken down into folders. One thing I noticed is I could not get it to just show all of the items like I do my crafting over here. For some reason that wouldn't work. If I click it, doesn't do anything. Everything stays in its folders. This may annoy some people. I mean, I kind of like having all of my items just like this, and usually I just search what I'm looking for, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to just have everything already, organized for you so you can find things quick and easy without any issues. So most things, you're going to take your normal base resources, wood, thatch, metal, all of that stuff. You see these take raw metal. If we go back up here, go into our structures, takes wood, thatch, fiber, wood, thatch, fiber. There are some metal structures. However, the metal structures look wooden in some cases. They kind of have like a different texture to them. And most things just take your normal base resources. Nothing super special, nothing you're gonna have to like hunt or grind for forever. If it has a window, it takes crystal, and so on and so on. So you can see that there are a ton of different items in here. We can go into the structures. We have all of these, and it breaks them down even more. Furniture, a couple different ones there in the furniture. There's jumps for the like equestrian type stuff, numbers for the jumps. And we can go back. There's different saddles and tech that's just for like looky-loo type things. So craft this up real quick and I'll show you that. And different storage options that fit the whole theme of everything. And I have a bunch of stuff placed out here. I'm wondering, where does this looks like it snaps to a wall or something. Yeah, so let's snap that right there just so we can get a look at that. So it's just like the saddle hanging up there. So anyway, I have a bunch of stuff in this just like displayed out, and we're gonna go through it all quickly, and then I'll show you what you can do with some of this stuff. Now, some of this stuff is gonna look janky the way that it's placed. Now, don't let that fool you. The mod is flawless and absolutely amazing. I just kind of just stuck stuff wherever it would go for display purposes. Like you see roofing pieces over there that are just, yeah, they don't look right, but they're just there specifically so you can see the textures and see everything. Now, everything in this is low poly, which means it's going to render faster and better. It's going to be better for those computers who are, you know, can just barely handle Ark and stuff like that. If you're building structures, you may want to build your structures completely out of all of these. Because of the low poly count, it will help render the structures better and be less taxing on your computer and the server as a whole. So that's something to keep in mind with this as well, which just makes it amazing to build with all around. Okay, so let's start with looking at some of the storage stuff. There's different storage options here. You have the barrel, you have the different wooden crates, and they all do stack on top of each other, and you'll see that here in a bit. You have the different shelving units with all kinds of different stuff on them. There's like the rifle on top, you got the hat. That's like legit stuff from Ark. That's the straight up skins. That's what the rifle looks like. That's what the hat skin looks like. Different little bottles and stuff, some hide boxes, really neat, really detailed all the way around. And both of these are storage structures as well, with a ton of storage in them. And then we can come over here, got a neat little podium that you can put stuff on or stand on. You know, you can have your winners stand on it, first, second, third, all of that good stuff. And if we come over here, now we're going to go around this inside first, and then we're going to go around the outside pieces here. So these are the different types of roofing pieces. So you can see we have slanted pieces, we have pieces that are slanted for corners, more pieces that are slanted for corners, straight up just corner pieces, more corner pieces. This one's sloped for a large corner there, and another just half corner piece right here as well. So plenty of different roofing options to get nice, fantastic looking roofs. No more do you have to deal with like a little bit of jankiness that Ark has, because Ark doesn't have like these corner type pieces. You have to kind of fidget with everything. So let's go in here and take a look at a bunch of these different wall pieces. So everything here, these are the foundation pieces that come with it. So you can see what those look like. They're all the same. It only comes with the one foundation type that I saw. So, you know, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure there's only one. And then we have the different wall pieces, a door piece here, half wall piece, full wall piece. What is this one? The wood top half stable wall, a glass wall. And then we have the glass archway. We've got the little rope across the top of the half wall, normal window, a little tiny triangle window. We come over here, another doorway. We have to crouch down through here. And then we have like the rope walls. And one cool thing, one really amazing thing that I noticed, you can place stuff angled. Look, see how I place this angled? It's across it, and you can do that with pretty much all of the stuff. I'll pick this up and I will demonstrate that real quick. So where did you go, little fella? Oh, you went into my hotbar. Okay, so look here. See how it wants to snap angled as well, and it should go both. Yep. So that's a really fantastic feature that I've never seen before. Not saying that nobody's ever done it before, I just haven't seen it. So that's really fantastic right there, and I think a really nice touch to it to be able to do that angled stuff. You know, no longer are you bound by, what am I getting stuck on here? That's driving me nuts. Let's just jump out of there. No longer are you bound by like the squared, you know, that is Ark. So then we come over here, we got another storage option, little red, white, and blue barrel. We got chairs, 2 different kinds of tables, a new bed, and notice that this bed is not placed on a foundation. I placed it directly down on top of the platform here. So that's a thing to keep in mind. You just slap that bad boy down wherever. Massive gates, there is a behemoth option as well. I'm pretty sure that's just the normal one. Let's see here. Stable gate frame, yeah, that's the normal one. There is a behemoth option as well. There's a tiny one, and I really like this one because it's all short, and it's neat, really neat gate there. And then we have all the different jumps for like the equestrian type stuff that kind of goes along with its stable. However, I mean, it's equestrian based to an extent, but I mean, it doesn't really need to be. I mean, you need a stable to put your stuff in, and this kind of just fits it all. But this is just like an extra little bonus feature if you want to. I mean, anything that could jump could technically, you could form a race and have these hurdles in there. Oh, I didn't show this off either. This is another storage structure option there. Okay, let's go around the outside now since we've made our way around. So there are these pathway options, and then there are 2 different types of stairs for those. There's the rotated ones and then the non-rotated ones, and they just fit their different corresponding platform or pathway types. I really like the look of the pathways. I think they're neat. They're like perfect for creating a little dock, and I'll show you that here in a bit as well. And then we have this one. It's a corner piece and another corner piece and another corner piece and another corner piece, all for the pathing. Now this is fantastic. Okay, so not only is it a sign, it's custom text. So look at this. Look at this. Look at that. That's so awesome. I love it. It's not just the like, it doesn't have that. I mean, it might be the same as this text here. It might be just blown up. I can't really it doesn't look like it though. It looks yellow because also if you edit it and you like type too much, it'll actually flow off of the board, and it looks like it's yellow. But yeah, it looks it's amazing. I love it. So let's put that back there. That's the sign, and it has a little light so you know label your stables or whatever. 2 different kinds of stairs. There's the double high stairs, and then there's the single high stairs. Another just plain slant roof piece, nothing special about it. Little tiny sign, and 2 different types of lighting. There's that lighting there, and then there's the hanging lantern there, and then of course we saw the saddle there at the beginning. A new trough. Works just like a normal trough would work, except it just looks different. It's got the hay in it. And then we have 2 different types of weather vanes. There's one with a horse, one with raptors. And then we have this awesome windmill. This thing is fantastic, and actually if you hook a pipe to it, you can see here that it will work to refill stuff. So that's awesome too. You can refill your canteens and stuff like that using that if you run it to water. Really neat touch there. Different little like support structures. We have the beam here. There is this inverted support. And then we have these that go on top of the beams, the wood pillar tops, just to add a little something extra to them other than just a wood pillar jammed in wherever. We have a fence and a fence gate, archways, different types of archways. Another archway here, a little smaller archway. Then we saw all of this. So now we've shown a bunch of the, now that's not everything. I didn't show everything there. I just showed a large majority of the stuff. There's like 90 some different pieces and just all kinds of crazy. There's so much stuff, like you just don't even know. This has got to be one of her biggest mods. Now that we've seen a bunch of this stuff, I want to show you what you can do with it. I built a little structure, so let's go take a look at it. Okay, so first I want to show you the little dock here. Check this out. So see how this is like perfect for a dock, and then all this isn't even a platform. This is just more of these pathways, but it's the rotated ones, so they're just stuck together to create like a little dock. You can sit in your chair and fish and do whatever. I think that's so neat, like absolutely amazing little, I love the rope and everything about it. Fantastic. Now I built this structure here. Now everybody remember, Firespark's not much of a builder. I did my best. I put a lot of effort into this because I really wanted to show off a lot of the pieces. I know there's people out there who can do 1,000 times better than this, but I mean, it'll get the point across of what you can do with this. So I use the stable foundations all the way around the bottom. I use the stairs to get up. We got the little short double doors here. We walk in. We got the hanging lantern all the way around. I built little mini stables for a bunch of different animals here. And then, you know, they're relatively small, of course. If you're making like a legit stable for playing in Ark, you'd want much bigger stables. But these just house the little guys there. And we got some of the storage options over here. And if we shut the doors, you see we have a chair here. I made use of one of the beams. This does nothing. I just put this here for demonstration purposes. That's all. It's just for looky-loos. If you look up here at the top, you can see that I have the topper on here, which just gives it it's a nice touch. It's a really nice touch. And then I'd used a bunch of the hay that you saw over there that I showed you on that one. We have hay bedding that's like a topper for all of this stuff, and I just placed it all over the floor here, and then it actually stacks with itself. So I have it, honestly I have no collision turned on, so that could be a thing too. I don't know why you'd play without the no collision turned on. So anyway, no collision is on, so keep that in mind while you're looking at this. If you're trying to replicate something I did here and you can't do it, check your collision. So anyway, I just have the hay stacked on top of each other just to kind of make it look like, oh, this is where we've been storing the hay and all that stuff. We have the hay bales stacked on top, and these are indeed storage as well. All of these are storage. You can see here, all storage. And then we have a little crate here, which is storage. And then we have the different other storage stuff over here. And I want to show you that you can stack all of those different crates. I don't know, I mean, if you're using them for like legit storage, you probably wouldn't want to stack them like this, but for looks, it looks awesome. You know, it's just neat how you can stack them like that, and it works and it looks good. And we have different, you know, the other storage options around here. So yeah, this is just to show you how all of this stuff can be used. And I have the different types of roofing options up here. I actually use the this right here, what you see, this and all the way over to about here is one piece. And then I have the different corner options or the different corner pieces. Actually, these are all the same corner piece, but I have them on each of those. So I'm making use a total of 2 corner pieces to build this thing. And then I used a bunch of the flat roofing on the top. And this is all the tin look roofing, the metal roofing. So yeah. That's how you can make use of it. Like I said, I'm sure there's people out there, and if you go to this mod Steam page, you can see that there are some absolutely gorgeous builds using this mod. But I just wanted to kind of show it off a little bit in this mod review as well. So yeah. Alright, well, I think that's going to wrap it up. I know it was only 2 mods this week, but it was 2 that I spent quite a lot of time on. I really wanted to spend a lot of time on Eco's mod here to show you all the different stuff that you could do with it, because it's an absolute fantastic mod. Like I said, just when you think that she's not going to be able to outdo herself, she outdoes herself once again. This is fantastic and mod work at its best. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode. Before I go, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for all of your support. You have no idea how much you help out the channel and how much I appreciate you. If you would like to help support this channel through Patreon, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. If you're shy and you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.